Hello guys, it's Matt, the Wellbeing Coach here, and I am here today to give you an up-close view of the Precision Nutrition ProCoach software. So you will get an email every day from these guys telling you what you have on. So in this inbox, we click on this and it will tell you the blue card is your lesson and the green card down here is your habit. And if we click on one of those, then it will automatically take you through to the login page, which we will see here very shortly. So my details are already here, remembered by the browser, so we'll log in and it will take you to what we call your today page, which you can see at the top here. So as I said, you've got the blue card is your lesson, the green card is your habit, and down here we've also got something that I'll explain to you later on. So you'll get given a new habit every 2 weeks, and every time you log in you will have one of these. If we click on this card, then it will give you all of the information you need behind your habit. So it will tell you today my habit is a little more, a little better. You can just click on the yes or the no depending on if you manage to do it, but then underneath it will tell you exactly what that habit actually involves. Now these things are all flexible, and that will be me and you, can have a discussion about them and change them if needs be, but generally speaking this will tell you everything that you need to know. I've done this today, so I'm going to click yes, and that's going to take it off my today page because it's finished, and we'll come back here and we'll have a look at this lesson. So with every 2 week habit you'll get given a lesson every day which is going to explain a bit more of the science and the reasoning behind the habit that you're doing. The lessons are very, very easy to use. At the top you get given this audio option, which you can click on that and it will actually read the lesson out to you. You can see that's 16 minutes worth there. The lessons vary in length, some are quite long, sort of 16-20 minutes worth, others are a lot shorter than that. So the audio options some people really like, but then underneath you get the full script of the lesson that you can read as and when is convenient to you, and they are very easy to read. There's lots of white space, they're all really well bullet pointed. It's all done in sections and it's all really, really interesting. These guys are North American, they're based in Canada. So it's quite a laid back approach, quite a laid back tone, and again that comes across really well a lot of the time. So we can scroll through here, there are going to be images in here, there are often videos as well, and it's all just really interactive and really interesting. At the bottom of each lesson you will see that there is a what to do today section, which we'll get to very shortly. So this tells you a basic summary of what it would like you to do for the day. Some of those are quite short, others are a little bit longer. And then at the bottom underneath that you'll often get given a little assignment to do, which is basically just a way of getting you to interact and just think about the lesson and get involved with it a little bit more, just process it a little bit better. And there's also this thing called the owner's manual, and they like you to start creating, as you're going along, your owner's manual, and you do that bit by bit through these different assignments. You can type some information in here, click I've read the lesson, and again that moves it away from your today page and it means you're finished. And here, this is an owner's manual assignment that has been done previously, and what happens every time you complete one of these assignments, it comes through to me, and this is where you and I will really get a chance to interact. So you've completed, if we go to the very bottom, you can see in here what was put in previously. These are my answers, and then once I've responded to it I'll give you some feedback on what you've written, and this is how we can really start to work together to make sure that you're progressing and you're enjoying the process and you're getting as much out of it as you can do. So again, we can click on that. You've read it, you're happy with it, it's done, and it's off. Here you go, look, you're set on your sunbed because you've done everything you need to do for the day. Now there obviously might be times when you can't complete the particular habits or the lessons each day, but what happens is, rather than leaving them here, so rather than you logging into your today page and finding that you've got 15 days worth of habits, it can be a little bit stressful. So what they do is that each day they move everything into your course archive, so all you'll ever see on your today page are the lessons and the habit that you have to do for that day. Everything else in here you've finished. So you'll find that if there's anything that you haven't actually looked at, so something, maybe there's a habit or a lesson you missed, then it will leave it with a full colour. So you can see here, this is a lesson that I didn't do, so it's still blue, and this is just the weekly review which you'll get every Sunday. So if I go down to the bottom of that now, again I need to fill this out in order to complete it, so I'll do that. click I've read the lesson, and then that now is finished. So you can see that's now gone. And all we have left is the green habit card. So again, this is from a few days ago. I know that I didn't do this habit, so I'm going to click no. And that's not a problem. You're not always going to manage the habits. And what the program really asks you to do is just be honest, so we can keep a real track of how you're getting on. And we can actually look at that in here. So if we click on the Your Progress tab, this is where we can see. So every now and again, it's going to ask you for your details. It's going to ask you for some weight. It's going to ask you for some measurements, various areas, neck, shoulder, upper arm, chest, waist, hip, thigh, calf, and then it will give you a total. And if you're looking to lose weight and lose some size, and over time, what we like to see is for this graph to start declining and decreasing. But we can look at that whenever you want to. The girth is exactly the same information. You'll also be asked to provide photos every now and again. Normally you will do these in underwear, so you can actually see how you're getting on. I obviously didn't want to expose you to me in my pants, so I just took some photos of me in my t-shirt, and this is what it will ask you to do every now and again. You don't have to do this, it's optional, but we always ask that every now and again you put them in there, just so we can all keep tabs on exactly how you're getting on. But as I say, that is completely optional. And then also you can look at how you're getting on with your lessons and your habits. So if we click on there we go. So we can see here that from week 1, every time you've got a little blue dot, it means you've completed the lesson. So I've managed to do all of those. Well done me. And then if we go back to the habits, and it's exactly the same thing. So again, you'll see where you've managed to do your habits and where you haven't managed to do them. So you can see earlier I clicked that I hadn't done one. That's what that little cross is for there. It just that means that you didn't do it. And again, that's absolutely fine. We need to know how you're getting on with things, and it needs to be a true reflection. Okay, also on this side, you've got a contact your coach button. So this is how you can always get in touch with me whenever you want. You put in your subject here. And if you want, you could just say, hi, how you doing? Just checking in. It doesn't really matter, but you can send that to me then. I'll pick it up and then I can come back to you. And again, that's what's happened, and that message that we saw on the Today page earlier. This is a message that we sent previously. So again, this can come to and from each other as often as we want. We just keep replying to one another, and it's a really good way of us staying in touch and just making sure that you're getting everything you need from the program. You've also got a button down here for your information. So if ever you want to change your email address, update your phone number, change the details that you provide your weight and measurements in, then you can do that here. And you've also got the tech support tab. Now this goes straight through to Precision Nutrition using your default email browser. These guys are really responsive and they'll come back to you very quickly, but I'd always advise you to give me a shout first before you go to them, because a lot of the time I can answer your queries. I've been dealing with this or using this software for a long time, so I've got a good idea of how it works, but they are there if you need them. And that's it. That's the overview. So you can see every day that the main function you're going to be using, you're going to be coming into your Today page, you'll have your lessons and your habits, you might have a couple of other things down the bottom, and you plug away with them. You let me know how you're getting on with your habits, you read through your lessons, you do any assignments that are there, and it's a really amazing program. I love it. It's I think so powerful, and with all of the information it provides, it really gets you where you want to be. Okay, there we have it. Any questions? Give me a shout.